What's up, everybody? Today is November 24th, 2025, and this week I've been digging into some wild federal cases, real investigations, big arrests, and crazy schemes. If you're new here, I'm Christian, and this is Fed by Fire. I break down stories from the street level to global operations, showing how these crimes actually happen, how law enforcement catches them, and sometimes how close calls can get just plumb overlooked. So buckle up. We've got drugs, fraud, bank robberies, and even North Korea in the mix. Let's get into it. Alright, number one, we're going to go to Kansas City. Multiple drug firearm conspiracy that happened recently. First up is Kansas City. This one's big. The core of the investigation was Sergio Diaz, who ran a ring distributing ice, H, and blow from 2019 through 2021. This wasn't a street corner hustle exactly. Diaz's crew had weapons, they had scales, even a hydraulic press that said Big Red used to process product. They even ran a money laundering setup using money orders to move cash under reporting limits. Law enforcement made 23 controlled buys, totaling over 7 keys of ice, 6 keys of H, and 469 grams of blow. Other members, Tony Diaz, his brother, Maria Jasmine Lopez, Vicente Aguilera, I probably butchered that, all pleaded guilty or were sentenced ranging from 16 months to 15 years in federal prison. Why this one matters, this group wasn't just moving drugs, they were building an organized pipeline. Trafficking money, money laundering, and firearms, the whole nine, all coordinated. It's a reminder that the feds are looking at networks, not just individuals. Alright, and we're going to go to the next one, in the Seattle lottery scam. That's elder fraud, a man named Richard Carty. Next, let's shift gears. This one hits differently. Richard Andrew Carty, 34, a Jamaican national, ran a lottery scam for 4 years, convincing a 73-year-old woman that she'd won $22 million, but she had to pay the taxes and fees first. Over time, Carty convinced her to send via cash, FedEx, borrow against her home, sell her house. The total loss was over $800,000. When the victim tried to cut him off, Carty allegedly used tow trucks, pizza deliveries, and welfare checks to keep in touch, just to harass this lady. What a fucking dirtbag. The current status, he was extradited from Jamaica in August 2025. He was arraigned in October 25. And he's detained pending trial set for December 22nd, 2025, facing wire and mail fraud charges, carry each up to 20 years in prison. Why this case is wild. This wasn't a scam, it was manipulation, psychological pressure, and relentless, persistence. The international cooperation to get him back here shows how seriously the feds take these scams. Yeah, I hope they set an example out of that motherfucker. For real. And this one is from my home turf, from Roanoke, Virginia, Mr. Michael McCoy. Now, let's go to Virginia, where I'm coming out of right now. Michael Anthony McCoy, 67, robbed 2 tourist banks in October 2022. The first bank handed a threatening note and brandished a firearm, walking away with only $6,500. 2 days later, he hit a second branch for nearly $6,000, and a co-conspirator, Don Davis, helped him write the note and got 2 years. McCoy was sentenced in October 2025 to 10 years in federal prison. Alright, and we're going to talk about why this matters. At 67, most people aren't planning robberies, but the sentence shows that age doesn't protect you from serious federal time, and federal law enforcement takes repeat planned offenses very fucking seriously. But yeah. Alright, number 4, we're going to talk about North Korea, the IT and crypto fraud, the DPRK revenue scheme. Finally, we're going international. This is where it gets wild. The DOJ and the FBI uncovered schemes where North Korea used remote IT work and cryptocurrency theft to fund weapons programs. A remote IT scheme. North Korean actors worked remotely for U.S. companies using stolen or fake U.S. identities, hosted laptops in the U.S. in U.S. homes, and ran software to appear as local. The impact: over 136 U.S. companies were affected, 18 plus Americans' identities stolen. Crypto thefts. The North Korean military group APT-38 carried out a multi-million-dollar virtual currency heist, stealing from Estonia, Panama exchanges, a total frozen by the U.S. $15 million. The guilty pleas: multiple U.S. nationals and foreign co-conspirators admitted to participating in schemes worth over $2.2 million in salary and hundreds of millions in cryptocurrency theft. The DOJ and Treasury emphasize these aren't just cyber crimes, these are national security threats. We'll talk about why this case is insane. It combines global hacking, stolen identities, remote IT work, and digital currency laundering, all directed to fund a state's weapons program. This isn't some street level bullshit. It's international, it's sophisticated means, and it's incredibly dangerous to, everyone. Alright. These cases are all connected by one theme. Whether it's drug networks, financial fraud, or cyber warfare, there's a system behind every criminal act, and that's what I cover here, showing how the law works, how investigations unfold, and how sometimes the little details, a money order, a laptop, a FedEx package, can unravel massive operations. If you've been following along, you know I've been breaking down these cases all week on YouTube. Every one of these stories has public documents, press releases, and verified sources pulled straight from the DOJ, DEA, and FBI and local U.S. attorneys. So if you want more deep dives, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and check out the playlist. I promise I don't just summarize it. I dig through the reports, the indictments, and sometimes even the court filings, so you get the full picture. That's it for today. This is Christian with Fed by Fire, and I'll see you next week. I'm not next week, in the next couple days for the next breakdown.